Hey, everybody. Right with everybody. Warrior Junior. We're live. Hey, everybody. All right. Warrior Junior here. Another episode on a Friday afternoon, late afternoon, I think. Is it Augustus the 6th? Augustus, named after the great Caesar. Caesar's Palace. I'll never forget this when I was a kid. My uncle, my grandparents took me to Vegas. I was 12 or 15. I forgot how old I was. And the breakfast, I think it was at the Bacchanal. Or no, it was at the main auditorium, where they have the shows and stuff. I'll never forget how much bacon there was. Breakfast, all you can take. It was like really good. Unbelievable. Back in the day, I remember at the Riviera, if you had a plane ticket stub, you just flew in, you could get like a choice, one buffet, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I'll never forget this. I got a breakfast prime rib and eggs for breakfast. And let me tell you something, the prime rib was fucking unbelievable. I remember the guy at the pawn shop, Ricky and Eddie, you guys, oh, living high on the hog, they told me. Hey, you know what? That was Riviera's gone. The memories are there though, but that's how it goes. All right, the title, I'll get into the title in a second. Today I was coming home from the market in the morning, and there's like kind of an expensive. I thought they were condos, but they're expensive apartments that are up the block from me. This chick, like, she was pretty hot. She was pretty hot, and I was going to the market to get some bananas. For some reason, I do that in the morning. Um, that's my thing. Sometimes, not every morning, but sometimes. And because I like to have them when I wake up, so I'll buy like four or five. Anyway, but when she was carrying stuff, we couldn't get the door open, to the main to the building. So I said, "Oh, I would have held the door for you," is what I said. She, oh, thanks. She kind of joked. I kept walking. So I looked at her body and I was like, "Oh my God, wow!" Like if I see, and it's just a hard thing because it's Warrior Junior. Warriors is to go to try, but people have their own lives, And like like Papa Smurf always says, to allow something in, they have to give something out, and that's really tough. That's really tough for some people. They're not going to do it. With my ex girlfriend, she likes this church guy that she used to hang out with, kind of like a homeless church guy. I saw him one time outside. He wouldn't even go into the market with her. And I could tell something wrong with that guy. And I guess she has like sympathy for him. She's claims that she owns all these houses, but then like when she had like a nervous breakdown, she had to live in a church for a month. I mean, it's like, yeah, she's got plenty of money living in a church. And it's just, some people are just they're out there, they're whack jobs, whatever. Oh, so anyway, I did see that woman again when I was coming home with the bananas. She was going to her car, busy working, carrying. I could tell she's moving. And I was gonna say, I live down the block. You live here. I just, it just felt like these. I don't know what it is. It just seems like it's hard. They're so busy. They're so busy, and in the morning. And then if you try, then you're kind of needy, kind of thing, and they read that off of you. They can read that off of you. But it's like if you don't try. Wayne Gretzky said, "What, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take," or was it Jordan or somebody? But in hockey, it's different because, like, in basketball, it's the ball. Everybody needs the ball. In hockey, you're chasing toward the puck. So I guess in that point, yeah, you miss the shots you don't take. But women are not. It's not a game of hockey. Yeah, there's finite time. There's set rules and things, but still, you have to be more creative. You have to get into this, and that's kind of hard to do when you're looking at this. Um, and looking at their body. That's the attraction for me anyway. Like visually, I'm a visual guy. A lot of it too. So you're being superficial. Well, hey, you know what? I don't think I'm. When I work out, I'm not superficial like how I look. I care about power. Like I taught. If you go back and listen to any of my episodes, I don't go to the gym to look good. I don't go there to smell good. I go there to fucking work, trench warfare, to build a hands of fucking power, stone, body power, like God forbid, not to get into a battle with somebody. They're going to see all the hard work, they're going to feel it actually. They're going to feel the work that I've done. And I'm not there to try to hurt anybody. If somebody tries to fuck with you, then it's time to show them that you're not one to be fucked with. Um, but it's only if somebody fucks with you. It's like otherwise, I'm good. I'm good. But there are bad people out there, and me just trying to hit on women is not a bad thing. Guys should just be able to. They should learn. They should teach this in school. Hey, if you have a girlfriend, some guy casually tries to hit on it, that's going to happen in life. You don't have to get angry, mad, and defensive like it's yours. I'm not taking. Look, somebody. I'll never forget this. When I was in high school, coming up on my 30 year, it's going to be a virtual reunion a couple days. A 30-year high school reunion, and I remember one summer baseball. I was walking home. I was coming up past the school. Went to Fairfax High School. Um, anyway, class of 91, 30 years ago. It's going to be a virtual reunion. And I already looked online. No one's going to be there. I went to my 10, my 20. Anyway, I remember I was bringing summer, and a group of these thuggy kids. I had like my baseball stuff coming home from getting ready to game. One of my bats was sticking out, like the bag, you can close it. I think maybe I had the bat in my hand. I was just like felt because I liked it. And this fucking kid, he took it from me. He like pulled really hard. I tried to get it back, but no, he pulled it out of my hand. And then they left with my bat. Stole my bat. Like I was kind of small. I was in 10th grade, going into 11th. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I was really really small. Now, if somebody tried to do that, I would hit them as hard as I could with it. I wouldn't think twice. But back then, I was just so small. I didn't, with glasses. It's awful. I did stand up for myself in elementary school. Um, I just wasn't prepared in high school. I just didn't know. My teammates would stand up for me if needed, but kind of fucked up. Someone steal your group. It was like a little game of Mexican kids. Hmm. Yeah, bad times you never forget. Okay, so the title of this episode is "You Just Got to Be Right Once If You Think Big." Okay, look, I pride myself on sticking my neck out there in life, having cojones, being bold. Um, this comes with a price, my friends. And failure, I know it doesn't sound like, it's uh, how could I guess each pain to man or woman is individual to their own. I just heard yesterday on the news they said, "Oh, a tremendous loss, tremendous loss." The creator of the AFL-CIO union guy, he passed away. I forgot what his name is. He did so much, and somebody that like worked under him said, "Oh, the newscaster goes, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, it's a devastating day. This guy died." Hey, look, it's not. It's what he did. What he did when he was alive. It's not a devastating loss. Everybody dies. Okay, a devastating loss would be if the union affiliation all dissipated. If it was all gone, that would be devastating. What he did is not devastating when somebody dies. You have to understand this. When people get this through their mind, you're not going to be here forever. So it's not a devastating loss. It's what you do while you're here. Like you live a good life and you did an impact, you did something in memory, great. Now, unfortunately, you're no longer physically here for somebody to commend you on it. But it's not a devastating loss. There's not an awful tragedy. Oh, he died. Look at what the fucking guy did. I mean, that's what's important. It should be like death should be a celebration of life. And it's not. It's not. It's this kind of like ego. It's like the people. Oh, he's not here for me anymore. Like when family gets together. Oh, he died. Oh, like he's not here. They're crying because they're so selfish. not because the person died, is because they're not there for them anymore. It's an ego thing. Think about it. It's a whopping egos. It should be more of a celebration of their life. Say, wow, let's watch videos of that guy. What he, it should be highlights of of happiness, of good things, of memories, videos showing. That's like that's what they should do when like a famous celebrity dies. They show when a famous celebrity dies, they show like a montage of all their work. Wow, it's incredible. That's how you remember a life in an exciting way, not this depressing kind of ego. Oh, he's not here for me anymore. Oh, like when somebody's pet dies, they're so crying because they're so attached to it. It's their ego. It's really they're not here for me anymore. It's not about you. It's about them. And that's it should be more of like a wake. I'm Jewish. We don't have that in my tradition. They have this generic kind of depressing. Now listen, dude, my dad died at 38 years old. It was real young. Okay, I was 11 years old. My grandparents, the survivors, they were all alive. They all went to my dad's funeral. They were all crying and everything. Everybody was crying except me. And they say, "What's wrong with Mikey? What's wrong with Mike? What's wrong with Warrior Little Junior?" He said, "No, he's traumatized. He's traumatized." They didn't know. They didn't know. I had my dad for 11 years. It's not that he died so young. It's that I had my dad for as long as I did. And I had a premonition too. That's so. But my point, you have to get this generic narrative out of your mind that it's like this. I'm leaving this behind. All these videos, all of this. This is all like education, free stuff for you. So in the future, like you don't have to say to yourself, oh, you know what, it's so bad that he's dead, he's gone. What if I die tomorrow? What if I die today, later today? Hey, I left a lot of shit behind. Now, how does this tie into the narrative? Chase a lot of dreams. Okay. I know. Don't be afraid to fail. It's easier said than done. Okay. I chased a lot of fucking dreams. Now, every day now I'm doing like yeah, martial arts, kind of not MMA. Now because I have my own vision of MMA. In my mind, MMA, mixed martial arts, is something that you don't need to be in an octagon or fight against anybody to be in, okay? You can practice in the gym, different styles, mixed martial arts. You don't have to be one of these cage fighters that dress in these little the shorts and the kind of padded, like I know, to me, I think like Bruce Lee was a great mixed martial artist. See, like can do like shit on camera and stuff like that. That's what MMA to me really is. It's not what the media is telling you. What Dana White came up with. Good for him. Good for him. He came up with this idea. But I think of like MMA, your own mixing like boxing with kickboxing with like karate, and different types of like grappling. Like do it on your own. I'm telling you, I do like these kind of somersaults on my own, workout on my own. I don't believe in this cage fighting thing that they call MMA. That's not mixed martial arts to me in my mind. So I want to be like a mixed martial arts, but by myself. Like a camera and stuff like that. Doing different things. Jeet Kune, not Jeet Kune, Wing Chun, Wing Chun. Oh man, I practice all this fucking shit all the time, man. Just people are like, what the fuck is he training for? I'm training for me. I'm training possibly. Maybe I'll get lucky. I get to do something on camera one day. Maybe commercial work or movies or something. In my mind, my point is, you just need to be right once. Now, if you get lucky, you hit a big movie, you were right once. If I would have made it to the major leagues, I would have been right once. I wasn't. I tried to be a professional poker player. If I would have won a big tournament, I would have been right once. All these. I wasn't. I wasn't right once. When I was in my investments, my investment gambling, Palladium futures. I tried. I sold all this shit so I could just take a shot at this. It went up like real fast. I was up like 20,000 real quick, and then the shit dropped. 20,000. I wasn't right once. See, like all these things, I wasn't right once. You got to be right just once. I talk about getting this condo. I know I talk about this all the time, and I got into this crypto coin. It's called ACH. I bought it at under a penny. Then I borrowed money from my bank, a couple thousand, get in there and start eating up. and I just was, I had a bad feeling it was going to drop, so I cashed out. And I kept buying back, cashing out, making little, and then it got to like 22 cents. And, and I was like, fuck, I was procrastinating as it was going up. I wasn't in it. I was waiting for the dip, and it never dipped. So at 22, like I went in hard. It went to 24 and then dropped. The living shit dropped out of it to like 12. I mean, all gone, everything. Now, right now, I'm watching it. It's like almost 16 cents. I'm not wiped out completely. I have probably about 60%. The money that I started with. But my point was, like, if it would have went up to $1, I would have been right once. Now, I haven't hit it yet in life. I haven't been right once. Now, what big is to you? Some people go, 100,000 is nothing. To me, it's a lot, because nice condo in Vegas is about, for me, what I'm looking for me, nice is like 100,000. So anybody that tells you 100,000 is nothing, then that means they're very rich. Then give it to me if it's nothing. No one's going to give you 100,000. Even I can't look. Even a bank. I try to get a mortgage loan for 30-year fixed, 30-year mortgage for 100,000. And I go, it's that hard to get it? And they go, oh, you give you 100,000. Yeah, well, you didn't keep the property if I don't pay. So you look, even the banks won't even give you. So it is a lot of money. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. And anybody that this is 100,000 nothing, they're not going to give it to you. So it is a lot. Believe me. Go and try to go a lot. Good paying job is 100,000 a year. That's a year. It's a long time. It's not all at once. It's 52 weeks. That's a long time. So let's not get too far off topic. But my point is, like, think big for you, whatever it is. Whether it be financial or anything, but you just got to be right once. That's it, just once. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. I talked to the guy in my gym. He said, you just got to be right once. That's it. Yeah. It's all relative. I know they throw out the M word all the time. Million, million, millionaire, million. You got to have a million to be rich. Hey, to me, 900,000 is close enough. It's what's the difference between 800, 900,000, 950,000? There's a difference. There's a difference between that and a million. Yeah, and if I showed you that amount of cash, I wish I had it, you would see the difference. And it's look. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. A million is not that. Yeah, yeah. You know how many people have a million? Most people, they own their properties and stuff like that. They don't have a million in cash sitting around. It's an immense amount of money. It always has been, and like probably always will be. It's a fucking fortune. And what about people that are billionaire? I can't even, that's beyond ridiculous. We call it umgestockt in Yiddish. That's overstuffed. They got more money than like these celebrities. They got so much money that they don't know what to do with it. So they go buy watches. They show off their watch collection. They got so much money. They don't know what to do with it. I mean, can you believe that? That's how rich. So they buy artwork, they show off their watches. Jesus, cars or something. It's, fuck. You know, that's the separation between all these people that don't have nothing and those few that have more than they could possibly ever have in their life. With me, it's like I'm not trying to get like this, but I'm definitely not trying to be down here like the bottom feeders. Definitely not. Wage slaves. People never will have nothing. At 65, they give you retirement, and yeah, Jesus Christ, retirement, you're almost dead anyway at that point. And everybody gets there, but you waste your whole life on the clock. Like you never have nothing. Like and then it's like a catch-22. I have a friend, like my friend. It's like he's a kind of a hustler, hustles around. He never has nothing anyway. He's always hustling to make $50. $100, handing out flyers, doing this side job, side hustles. The guy's not far from 60. Barely, he doesn't have nothing. But the thing is, it's not. I don't want to talk about him. He's. I mean, if you've never owned, my thing is, you never owned any property, you're never going to be rich. You never are. You got to own something. You got to have something to show for your life. And the poor, they just don't think that way. They I don't know what they do. I don't care what they do. There's a lot of what I call dumb poor. Ex-girlfriend, dumb poor. Don't want to live in one of her many houses. You've got to rent it out. Need all that money for her makeup and her hair. She's stupid. Dumb poor. Those people that the old people that sold their houses. I don't know how old they are. That sold the house for like 2 or 3 million. Woman's got no teeth. The women and her sister living in it looked like the house out of Sanford and Son. I'm not exaggerating. A couple blocks from me. They finally sold it. Why'd you wait? What are you waiting for? It's fucking stupid. Live while you're alive. Like it's like the tool. The money is the tool. You have no kids. You got no pets. You got nothing holding you down. What are you doing? You have access to money and not enjoying life. So stupid. Some of these people, dumb poor. Like okay, like it's kind of like equate that to dumb people in fitness. Dumb fitness people. People that run on the sidewalks. Go to a fucking track, man. Don't run on a fucking sidewalk where people like are walking and there's cars and shit like that. Go run to the fucking park, run to the school where they have a track. That's where you run. Dumb workout people don't know how to do this. There's plenty of people that are dumb that have money, and there's plenty of people that are that don't know how to use their money, and there's dumb people that are in fitness that don't know how to work out. There's like dumb in everything. Don't be dumb, okay? Jeez. That'd be like me going on a sidewalk and like kicking a fucking light pole or something, working on my Jeet Kune Do against a light pole. I go to a fucking park and I do it, or I go to the gym. You know, a lot of goyim out there, a lot of putzers. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them, okay? And I'm watching the coin right now, the ACH. I'm watching it on my side screen. It's like I'm saying to myself, see, the thing is, um, you know, I've always wondered about this. Like I said to myself, I got a lot of cojones, man, because when it went up, I said, all right, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna ride this. It's going. I felt like when I didn't buy it when it was going up, I didn't have balls, right? And then I bought in as it was going up, and it went up a little more, and then fucking crashed. But then I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay with it because if I sell here, yeah, I pocket some money. But if that shit resurges again and I'm not in it, I'm gonna fucking be so pissed. I'm gonna freak out. Because you know what? I'm gonna stay with it because I just gotta be right once. Now what it sucked is I had like 182,000 of them at one point. So if it went to $1 at that point, I would have had 182 grand. I mean, more than enough for my place. Um, right now it's 15 cents. 50. And it sucks because like you just don't know. You don't know. I've always wondered about this. Like, what is the difference? Like for a gambler, what is the difference between like being greedy or like being reserved and having balls? Like or all three. What's the difference? Like, well, the compulsive gambler just can't stop whatever. I said, look, I've had friends. My friend that he won like 15 grand one night. He left the casino, right? He took the money and left. Why did he leave? Oh, was he tired, scared he was going to lose the money, or he wound up going back and giving it all back anyway? So I've always wondered, like, what's the if you don't have a purpose for it, you don't have a goal, then what's the point of anything? Like, you're just trying to make more. More is a vague term. There's always more to make. If you have no reason for it, then you're destined to fail because you have no goal. You have no reason. You just want more. You just want more. Okay. You can't have it all. They can always print more. They can always print more, literally, right? So it's like stop going after the generic narrative of like saying I want to be a million. I want to have a million just to say I have it. If you don't have a purpose for it, then you don't need it. Okay. I told you the condo I'm looking at costs about 100,000. That's how much I need. 100,000. So I need to be able to figure out a way to get a mortgage for that, down payment to lower that, or to make that with this. See, I'm thinking I have a goal. Now I might not get to my goal. I might fail like I do with everything um, in life. That's what I feel like. I awful with women, and I keep trying. I keep trying. I don't get nothing, but you know what? I just keep grinding. I just keep trying. That's all I do. really don't know what failure is. Failure, like I don't think I'm a failure. I just don't think I'm successful. There's a big difference. You know what I mean? And I guess if you don't feel like you're successful, you feel like you're a failure. But you kind of don't see, possibly the climb going up as you're doing the work. Like that you're trying. Like that. Somebody told me effort counts for nothing. I said bullshit. Bullshit, man. Effort does count. Effort does count. It's huge. It's a catalyst. Yeah, but then if you make it, then everybody sees the end result. So they always ask you, how much did you make? They don't ask you what you went through to get it. Like when I went to the comic book show a couple weeks ago and I sold like $2,600 worth of comics, all this stuff. I got decent money. Um, what I went through to get those books, for like I forget how much I paid, maybe 1,200 or something over like a year and a half. They said, how much did you make? They always cut to the chase, but what I went through to get them. And I got to be honest with you, a couple thousand. It's not, I try not to get excited about it because it's just, money that's got to be paid back to credit cards, where I fucked up. Um, it sounds so common. I know people get into credit card debt and stuff like that. It's easy to spend money that you don't have. It's not yours. But those 30 days come around so fast. Next thing you know, you're like, I say use the credit cards if you can leverage. That's what I did. I leveraged, like bank money, like to try to do this. I mean, that's a couple thousand, and I know it's not a lot, but that's how I think wealthy people they leverage, borrow from the bank, this amount to build this, sell it to make like this much, pay the bank back this much, and then you walk out with this much. So let's say they borrowed whatever, like a million, right? And then they sold the fucking thing for like 1.25. So they pocket and then minus everything at the end and walk out with like 250K. That goes in their pocket. Bank gets their money back. So credit's good, pocket money is good. Man, I don't know if they can make that much on a deal, but you see what I'm saying. And that's how you get the ball rolling. Need the banks anymore, and the banks start begging you. Oh, we got money if you need it. We got money. It's the power of leverage is there, and that's why you got to have supreme credit. That way the power. If you find a deal, like for me, it's like sports cards, sports memorabilia, baseball. That's what I know. So like one bat that I bought for like 1,750 bucks. It's Alex Rodriguez bat. I bought it about a year and a half ago. Some guy offered me 3,000 for it. I said, no, that's almost, it's good profit on it. I say that's worth a lot more though. You don't always. I know, like it's good to turn stuff, but the good stuff you want to get paid off on. You got to get paid off on your good shit. Don't be selling good stuff, Rolexes or good stuff. Like high ends. Don't. I know it's important to turn stuff, but the good stuff is where you got to get paid off, and hold out if you can. But if you're leveraging with credit cards, then there's plenty of times I've sold gold, not even at small losses, just to pay back the credit, just so like I can keep the credit strong, because that's like your anchor. That's like if a bank will loan you even a couple thousand, do not fuck that up. That's like your they say emergency line. Don't think of it as emergency line. Think of it as like that's your important line. It's your you can use that when you find like a for sure deal. Like you go to like a thrift shop or something, and there's something worth a lot of fucking money. It is, and you don't have the money. You can tap it from the fucking bank. To get that, to make sure you get that item, to get that thing, because that's your guaranteed money. So don't fuck up your guaranteed. Like when you find you gotta have like it's like emergency money, spare tire, just in case you find the deal or something like that. So I don't fuck up my bank lines, that I can get. Oh, I can get like 2 grand. And then that's what I did it because I knew on this. And guess what? They're the first to get paid back. And they get paid back very quickly because they charge a lot of interest. So, I guess, I know I went off topic and everything, but I want you to try to remember this though. Just got to be right once. If you think big. You think big and you're right once, for you, whatever big is, you'll be okay. Man, think about this. Look at people sleeping in tents, man, out there. It used to just be Skid Row in LA, you know? But I'm seeing it now, like on Sunset near like La Brea, all around. And Jesus, fuck, sad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hang tough. You're gonna be tested in life. You're gonna be tested when things aren't going your way financially. You're gonna be tested when you're trying to meet women and guys. Well, you're gonna be tested. That's why I go to the gym every day, so I can be ready for the test. Not getting into physical fights with people, but in whatever aspects of life. Greeks believed when you build your body, you strengthen your mind. Education strengthens your mind, educates your mind. So do everything. Like as Aristotle was like an authority on every subject. You don't have to be Aristotle, but try to expand, be good, like whatever it is. But like Jordan Peterson, he's a really good psychologist. He talks. You don't have to be like a great psychologist, but in a way, you can. You need to be master of your own mind. That way, mastermind, master of your own mind. Think of like if you're like you don't really know how to play chess or something, just watch like a master play. They know what they're doing in life. Now I know chess is not life and everything, but my point is like they know what they're doing. They're masters of their own mind. So, in life, you want to kind of be like that. You don't need to be a chess master, but you need to be a master of your own mind. That way, whatever in society, things that don't matter. Remember what my friend Steve told me. He does not get mad over things he can't control. Think about that. Think about the power of that statement. When I was watching the market thing and then it tanked, I can't control that. I can control if I stay in. That's why I didn't get mad. I used to get really mad. When I go to the card club and I would play for thousands and I lost, I got mad. But I'm the one that should realize that I'm the one in control. If I went there and played in the game, you can't win. Now, cards don't work for me. Casinos don't work for me because I'm just too compulsive by nature. I mean, there's people that make, yeah, they're poker players, whatever, they make money. Good for them. Good for them. It's just not my thing. Sitting around too much, hoping to get a hand and everything. No, no, no. I'm an active person. I like to work out. I like to move my body. The only time I'm sitting here, yeah, but you know, I like to use the body. Don't have a car. Walk everywhere. I take the bus sometimes if I have to, but if I could walk there, body's meant to be used. You know, the body is meant to be used. Yep. All right, I'm gonna make something to eat, but I hope that you get this idea. And the most important thing is remember, yeah, you're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna get a lot of resistance. Just don't let anybody crack your frame. People are going to try to agitate you, get a rise out of you. I'm not perfect either. Tell me every time when I'm trying to talk to a woman when she's with a guy, and then they start yelling, then I start yelling. And you see, allowing them to crack your frame. Remember, all this coming at you, that doesn't mean nothing. The Tasmanian devil, whatever, like that. If you know how to fight, think Bruce Lee. Okay? Think Bruce Lee, like, has positioning, calm. Like, he would get mad too, like in the fight thing, but most people coming at you yelling, they ain't gonna throw down. They don't want to get hit in the face. Believe me, I hit a bag hundreds of times. I kick it hundreds of times every workout. A bag is a lot harder than somebody's fucking face. Most people. Most people are not professional fighters to take like really hard pounding. So most of this is all Wizard of Oz, I call it. Smoke screen, smoke screen. Remember that. Remember that. Somebody, yeah, you fucking IQ, you. See how calm? Yeah. In the second, and if in the movies they come at, yeah. In real life they don't, because I have been in fights before. I've had the living shit kicked out of me, and I guarantee you nobody wants that. And if they haven't, and it happens to them, I can assure you all of this will be the last time. Okay, that's nothing. That's loud trying to get in here to get in here. Remember Stone Cold Steve Austin said, well, I remember he goes, are you trying to scare me? Are you trying to intimidate me? Because for some odd reason, you don't scare me one bit. He said it to Roddy Piper, I remember, but the point is, like, that's just great line. That you trying to intimidate me, you're trying to scare me, because for some odd reason, you just don't scare me one bit. And just hold your ground. Again, they're trying to get in this. And if you are mental warrior, you are a fucking warrior, junior warrior mentality, you are not going to phase. You're not going to have to raise your voice. You don't have to do anything, because all the training is there. They don't have to see it physically, because it's all there. I don't care. I used to think, oh, get big so people will be scared. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You just think about, if you train hard enough, think about all the work you're doing. Okay. All that work is your defense. It's your shield that protects you. So just in case, I seen this one guy outside this club, Bootsy Bellows on Sunset. This guy, man, I could tell he thinks he's a big fighter, but he's not. I could tell because he kind of has long hair. He doesn't. A fighter doesn't have, no, because somebody knows he can grab it. This guy wears like a white t-shirt, but it is tight as fuck. Now this guy is jacked to the nines, okay? I don't give that compliment. I don't say that very often. This guy is fucking jacked. This white dude, okay? And he wears like these black gloves, like thin gloves, like with this white shirt. Guy looks like intimidating as fucking hell, okay? Like if he gets a hand on you, he could kill you, right? I can guarantee you, though, he's not. He works like security or parking for like Bootsy Bellows. As soon as probably one of the best built dudes I've ever seen. I don't hand this out very often. I've been in fitness for 30 years. I've been at Fit Expo. I've seen this guy is I know he's taking. He has to. He has to be taking. But when he walks tough, I've seen. But you see with that long, there's a smoke screen. It's a smoke screen, okay? Even somebody small like that could fucking they get their hands on somebody that really doesn't know what they're doing. I don't care how big you are, or how cut you are, or how superficial looking you are going to be in a world of hurt. It would be like take like a professional fighter against like Ronnie Coleman, and 300-pound, looks like a gorilla, 300-pound monster, right? But that he doesn't know how to fight. He's gonna get killed. Okay, that's my point. So it's all like smoke and mirrors. Like if we're talking about real combat here. So don't be intimidated. Guys are kick your ass. Or these dudes that are fucking, they don't know how to fight. They're gonna die. Okay, I don't care how much muscle you have. If you don't know how to defend yourself, or if somebody grabs you, you're going to fucking be crying like that. All that muscle counts for nothing. It's just visual. It's nothing. Believe me, I've been big too. It does. If you don't know how to fight, you can't be able to. Somebody's gonna lock on you. You're gonna die. They're gonna fucking choke the life out of you, or they're gonna break something off you. I don't care how much muscle you have. Any bones can be broken. I don't care how big you are. Big don't mean nothing. John Cena told me big ain't nothing. He was right. He was right. It looks like something, but that don't mean nothing. It's not your job to get into altercations, though. It's your job how to avoid them. But if they come to you, I think Eddie Guerrero said, you bring the fight to me, I bring the fight to you. God rest his soul, he was good. It's good talking, the big time wrestling. It's some good talking, But the best thing, one of the best lines I heard was Kurt Angle was the best line. He goes like this. When he first came in there, it's like Stone Cold and a Rocker in the ring. It goes, listen,
I just have one thing to tell you guys. The first person who comes in against me, the first person is going to have the distinct honor of being the first person that it gets that has to be carried out. That's like just it's first. I'm going to use that. It's guys trying to fuck with me. Say exactly. Make a joke out of it because they have no idea. Like you could back it up. See, 99% of people is this. That's 99.99. They don't know. They're not training like a maniacal, like I do. I train like a maniacal maniac in the gym. You don't understand. The shirts are soaked with sweat. I have big pull up, chin ups behind the neck, kicking, pushing the bag, the abs on finger push ups on the fingertips. Who fucking can do that? I can. I can because I fucking work my ass off. Now I'm not the only one that can, but I'm in a handful of dudes that are just like, that's it's fucking. I push myself so fucking hard that somebody that just they have no idea. It's gonna be so fast when I grab them. It's with so much power. They're not gonna believe it because the thing is, I back it up. It's like Floyd Mayweather. He could talk all the trash he wants, but you don't see what he's doing when he's not talking. That fucking guy is he trained like was it like Tiger Woods when he was like this big his whole life. Johnny Carson show. Put his whole life into it. You gotta understand. You're dealing with supreme elite power of whatever it is, would it be golf, boxing, whatever. I'm not saying I am, but I think in my mind I train to be like the fucking absolute best I can possibly be. And I never don't only be one Bruce Lee because he was one guy, but you can train your ass off to be the best that you can be, whoever you are. I can only be the best warrior junior I can be, but I can be the absolute best. I mean, I'm talking about every fucking day. If you're taking a day off, you better be I'm just about unable to move. Like, why are you not training? Giving my time, body to recover. Train different body parts then. When I was training, when I was bodybuilding, if my legs weren't sore, I was training them. And then I got rewarded for it. I'm strong. Now I have worn out meniscus, in my knees and stuff like that. But I still do. I'll do like, I can't like squat or anything like that with weights, but I squat with my body. Everything's fucked up. Everything hurts. Everything's sore. But guess what? Body's meant to be used. I don't care. I don't care. I want to be the best I can be for my age. And that's what it is. Stop going along with the generic narratives of most people. Most people, oh, you got to take time off. Oh, that muscle won't grow if you don't. Look, most people are fucking lazy. Most people are cream puffs. Most people drive around. Most people, they ain't walking around. Most people are not in first class condition. You got to be first class plus condition where you're just, and I don't, big, I didn't say big. If you're going to go up there and try to talk to women or with other guys, you got to be able to know how to handle yourself. You got to be able to know how to handle yourself verbally. You got to know how to handle yourself physically. Okay, you got to be able to do those things. Now, I'm not looking for altercations, but it's like having a spare tire. If your car tire blows up and you got a spare, you can put the spare on. If somebody gets in your face and tries to, you can show them, you can fucking knock them out. You know how to fight. It's a spare tire. It's not meant to be used, but it comes in handy if necessary. It's like at night, I carry around a little mace with me. I really don't like to use it, but if somebody fucks with you, you have to do it. I haven't sprayed it. I really don't want to, but you know what? It's like that circular saw. Somebody sticks their hand in there, they're gonna get some serious damage. You got to win by attrition. The war. It's a war. It is a war. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is a war for everything in life. Okay. It is a war. You go out there, try to get a job. Guess what? You're up against competition. It's war. It's a war. To try to get anything out of this life, it's hard. That means it's like competitive, combative. Now, I don't, you don't have to beat up people like war like that, but it is a war done in different ways. You just have to remember that everybody wants to make. Sorry, it's just, and no one's going to help you. If you have family and they help you, congratulations. But in a way, it's kind of bad. It's like celebrities with these kids. They never know what it's like to suffer and go hungry or anything like that. They really don't know. They're born into money, and I believe that makes you kind of soft. You look at like Jennifer Lopez. She's like hard, right? She's like really beautiful, but she's got like that hard, tough Puerto Rican Bronx demeanor because she's from the poor, like came from the barrio, the tough. the tough. She never that never leaves you. That's always going to be there. You know, they got more money than you can imagine now. She don't live there now. She don't have to because she. But think about this. Everything that she became was all because she wanted it. Yeah, you know, beautiful woman. But there's plenty of beautiful Latina women that don't have. You know, she has in her mind. It's a mindset of like a warrior kind of thing. You know, that's what she was. That's what she is. Um, don't know what her goals are in life, but what maybe when she was young, maybe she envisioned this type of being a famous actress, singer, or whatever. And I heard like from like she didn't have good reinforcement from her parents. A lot of people don't. My grandparents raised me. Forget the baseball; it's never going to happen. That was my dream. That's what I wanted more than anything was to be a baseball player. You know, and imagine your grandfather telling you Yiddish Kanakdaros and come into baseball. You knock it out of your head. It's never going to happen. I stayed with him. Rock's dad told him. Rock wanted to become a wrestler. Dad goes, "You're wasting your life. You're wasting," because he knew there was no market for black wrestlers. He knew. He was being honest with his son. But the Rock said, no, you know what? There is. Now, okay, he's got that kind of light skin, a Samoan look, very tall and everything like that. I can't say it, but now look at Bobby Lashley, WWE champion. So, you can't say, like you can't. I do agree with Rocky Johnson, what he was implying. He meant well, like he was trying because he didn't really see the future. He didn't see it as well as The Rock did. His son saw it better. His son, and look at how intelligent. A lot of these wrestlers used to be kind of goons. They were stupid, big. These guys are smart, dude. They know how to talk. Their charismatic performances, their ring and everything. They are fucking smart fucking dudes, man. Okay, they're smart. Look at Triple H, married the owner's daughter. Okay, smart. Okay, whatever you're gonna be smart. Be smart. Win the game in every facet. Win it physically. Win it mentally. Win it verbally. You have to, or you will be eliminated. You will be. You'll be eliminated by other guys. Now, what I mean by eliminated, it's like you're basically boxed out of the equation. You'll see other guys getting those beautiful women that you want. That's how you're eliminated, by you not getting. That's what I feel like I was. I was kind of like, but I'm trying to put myself back in so I don't get eliminated. You can always go back in. Reinvent yourself. Make yourself better. Make yourself better. Spend that money on better things. Clean yourself up. Whatever it is, go get a haircut. Buy good food. Get that gym membership. Go read something. Go to the library. Any book on business or somebody like that became, one of the guys started Walmart, Sam Walton. Go read his biography. Go, or Edison or something, like learn something. Stop watching television. I put on the radio to get a little bit of news if something's kind of important. That's it. I don't get time for that. I got to build my life. That ain't those advertisers, they ain't paying me. I'm paying them. Well, in a way you are. You're paying with your time by watching that nonsense. Every once in a while, a movie, whatever. I saw Star Wars, a year ago or something. I don't waste time. You don't have enough lifetime if you want to have anything in life. If you don't want to have anything, then why even listening to me? Just go waste your time. Go to a dive bar. Go to a bar. Just sit there and drink your life away like I did. See what you get to show for that. Time will pass. You have nothing. No money. Your health will deteriorate. Well, meanwhile, there's people at the gym. Look, even somebody living in the gym, working their ass off, at least they're mental. At least they got something to show for it. They might not have no money or something, but at least they're strong. At least get something. Have something. I was walking around in my prime. People were looking at me. Wow, look at the build on that guy. At least I was good at something. Didn't get me anywhere. So I stopped, my whole life wasn't bodybuilding anymore. There's other things to do. Well, what do I do? What you do is you sit down, you take out one of these, you turn off the fucking phone, you turn off the fucking television, and you think where you want to go in your life. And then you write it down. Because when you put pen to paper and you write it down, there's something that goes in your mind. It means I'm serious here. I'm not just daydreaming. I'm writing it down. I'm very serious about this. And you figure out what and make a plan how to get there. I hate little by little. I hate little. Step by step might sound better. Like Will Smith said, he laid that one brick at a time. It took him a year and a half, him and his brother. And at the end of the year and a half, his dad told him, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. You can't do something. Will Smith. Okay? You can be. You can be. I don't know about famous actor. I don't know about that. But I'm telling you, what the topic of this is, you think big. You just got to be right once. For me, big is getting out of poor people's housing. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. It's like somebody like living in a tent that says, hey, I want to get my own place, like a real place that I can afford. It's an immense achievement. It's an immense achievement. Might not be for somebody that's wealthy or whatever. I don't care about. I don't know who that is. But for somebody that has absolutely nothing to get something that's that's an immense achievement for them, and that's all that matters. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. They use that word millionaire because it's a comparison. Don't worry about that comparison. Fuck comparisons. Keeping up with the Joneses. They have a new car. They have a new. Fuck them. They ain't giving you nothing. Fuck them. I was in the market. That security guard. I was looking at the fresh juices. I didn't. He walked by me. He goes, "Hey, looking at," and I ignored him completely. Then when he got so offended, I'm not going to talk to you next. And I didn't say anything. I did not say a word. That's all I did was ignore him. And he got real mad, and I still didn't give him any attention. I am in my own thing. If you can't fucking take it, I control who I speak with. My focus was focused on the juices, not on your comments. Sorry. You're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get fucking criticized by people. Okay? You cannot make everybody happy. All right? Stop trying to. You're gonna get criticized. Stop giving anybody attention. They're not gonna help you. It's not worth it. There's a difference between being nice to people and then people wasting your time. You got to hold. It's complicated. I know. They're gonna tell somebody. They're gonna tell them about me. What are they gonna think about me? Fuck them. They don't care. They don't matter. They're not advancing your life. Then what good are they? They're just wasting it. They're trying to get your attention or whatever. Any of these people. A woman at the market called me a jerk because some other guy told her, the other checker, they go, "You got a problem?" He's a retard. So he tells the other checker, and then she calls me a jerk. She didn't even see what happened. She doesn't even know. She's too stupid. And it's not your job to educate them. That's why they're working at a market, okay? I'm not saying everybody that works at a market is a jerk or whatever, but they are. There's one guy that works at the market. He's really cool. So we talk like conspiracy theories sometimes. He's a lot. It's kind of, at least he's open-minded. Okay. That's all for now. Going to make a little something to eat. know that was a lot. I know I went off topic a little bit, but you know, every day. Stallone says, "Keep punching." You know, I mean, I know that can be taken the wrong way, like keep punching kind of thing. But Rocky is not about boxing. It's about life. It's about life. It really is. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Not taking shots, but taking criticism, taking everything. Think about that. Think about the power. Remember, I didn't say that I'm looking to get in an octagon and fight people. My ring is the world. Okay? And everybody's coming at you with competition. All you got to do is deflect them. They won't get in your way. Be the best MMA fighter in life. You can be. And you don't have to hurt anybody to do that. Okay? We'll talk later. Something to eat, you know.